Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Neck. We have got live tournament action coming at you right now on MLG's Metalopolis. We are in the semifinals now, I believe. Let me just check here and make sure. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, yes we are. This is the very first semifinal match, it looks like. We are going to be watching Old Crow versus Ksilent. This is going to be tons of fun. Game 1 in their best of 3 matchup here. So the pressure is still on these guys. It's not like in the finals where they have 5 matches to really make it happen. 3 matches is not very many. I mean, you've really got to be on top of your game. Winning the first one is usually the key. But, I mean, you can always go on a 2-game rush. I mean, it happens, but, man, it sure can put the pressure on you real fast, because once you're down 1, all you have to do is lose 1 more is kind of the way you look at it. Makes things difficult. However, Ksilent going to be spawning as our blue Protoss player. Here at the 8 o'clock position, 6 o'clock, we are going to see Old Crow as the pink Terran. Got to love this Terran versus Protoss matchup. I am really, really pumped for these guys. Now, I haven't seen either of these gentlemen play as of yet, so very, very glad that I'm getting into this semifinal match right now. We've been kind of on the other side of the bracket so far tonight in our casting, and I'm just not able to catch these guys when they were between games. And now we finally are on this side of the bracket in the semifinals. Tons and tons of fun. Let's see what else we've got here. No walling in. Of course, he is going against a Protoss player, so it is not as big of a deal. And a Protoss player not going to be walling in either. Of course, he is going against a Terran. Nice to see that. I actually quite like when Terran players do not wall off against a Protoss player. I play Protoss myself, and I like it when Terran players wall off, because what I usually do is just go 3-gate robo, get out 2 or 3 Immortals, and come over and just park them over next to their ramp and blast it away with Immortals. Don't move my stuff up the ramp, just let the Immortals take a couple hits, blast down their door, and then rush the units right up the ramp, and usually you can break their door down fairly quickly that way. But that's just me. Of course, I do play in a relatively low league. I am only a platinum level player, so now you know I'm not that great a player, which is why I am trying to do some casting. You know what? I'm a little bit better at that. I only have half of a hand, so 3 fingers on one hand makes it a little bit difficult to play StarCraft with a mouse and a keyboard. But it is what it is. Actually, I was just kidding about that. I do have 2 full hands. But it feels like I only have 3 fingers in one hand sometimes, because my APM is ridiculously slow. Oh, look at this. Supply blocked here for just a moment. Not a good situation. Ksilent's going to want to get on top of that. Ooh, look at this. Tech Lab Barracks in the back of the main here. Oh my goodness, did he just cancel that? He did. What is he going to be doing? I think he saw that his opponent got supply blocked for just a little too long there. He's now chrono boosting out a Zealot. I think he's going to try and put some pressure on his opponent right now. Yes, he is. Look at this. He's going to go for a double racks here. Looks like a double racks timing push with his Marines. He has stopped SCV production. Uh-oh. What is he? Oh, no, he's just started back up. Never mind. Okay, he's switching up here. He is going to be going right into factory. So I take it back. Looked like he was about to do a 2 racks push there. Decided against it. Don't blame him there at all. Let's take a look at the units tab. Who is ahead in the economy? Right now, it is pretty stinking even. Ksilent does have the Harvester advantage, but Old Crow is right behind him with those mules, so he should be okay there. What in the cancel is going on? My goodness, both of these players canceling all sorts of things. Got to love that. Not considered standard play to cancel half your buildings, but that's okay. Here comes the scouting stalker, going to be cruising out, going to poke up that ramp just to see what he can see. He is going to find too many Marines to deal with, and especially if he goes too close to this cliff here. Oh, no, they're going to be sitting here at the ramp instead. So he should be able to walk by fine without taking too much damage. However, moving up the ramp, he is going to have nice control not to lose this stalker. If he goes up too far, he is going to lose this poor old guy. Let's see what he's got for us. Backing out immediately. Good control there. Nice, look at that. He rallied it around so that he wouldn't lose control and have these guys able to shoot him from the high ground. Another barracks. What the? Oh my goodness. Oh, there's the command center. So he's going to be taking expansion. However, he has got a lot of unit producing structures on the map right now. Old Crow really getting set up for his 2-base play here very quickly. Factory complete. Starport complete. Wow, pretty good stuff. We do have the robotics facility. 3 gateways, so 3 gate robo here so far. We do have what looks like plenty of sentries here to block off an early attack, which probably would be scouted by the Stalker maintaining a position at the Zelnaga Tower. So both players in fairly decent shape, I'd say, at this point. We are about to have an observer out. He is going to be able to gather a lot of information from his opponent, who does not have any detection in his base except for what he may potentially have for a scanner sweep. However, he does not have 50 energy. So where did that guy go? Oh, there he is. We missed him. Vikings on the field. About to die. Wow, good snipe there on that Viking by Ksilent. And he's poked into the base. Now he's going to be cruising around, seeing what he can see. He does see this orbital command floating out. Double racks in the front. Sees pretty much everything that's going on at this point. There goes the Nexus. It is, however, scouted by the scan. There's the army size. Ksilent checking that out, seeing what he can see. I think they are going to try and go for the snipe here. That's what it's looking like. Is he going to scan here and try and take this observer out? Nope. Okay, never mind. Keeping this guy moving around, seeing what's going on. There's plenty to see, that is for sure, but this is a nice-sized army here for Ksilent. He is definitely set up defensively. Let's take a look at the units tab. 31 probes right now for Ksilent, 28 SCVs for oldcrow. These guys are both staying on top of their economy here fairly well. But now it is time for Ksilent to start branching out a little bit here. He needs to get some more unit-producing structures. Otherwise, he's going to find himself unable to reinforce his army, should he get to that point. So, you know, I mean, he's in decent shape right now. Ready to transfer some probes over, I would assume. Still scouting the size of his opponent's army. Can see that oldcrow has got just a little bit here. And both of these guys not really getting tons of harvesters super fast. Look at this. oldcrow supply blocked here for just a moment. And Ksilent going to be moving out. So let's take a look at this army size. This is not bad for army size. Oh, he's letting these guys get out a little bit too far in front. Good force fielding here. Well, okay, maybe not that great. It started out okay. But it's okay. It looks like he is going to be backing out. I think he realizes he made a mistake there with his force fields and is going to back out here. Probably a good idea. What he really wanted to do was try and split that army. It looked like he was going to create a choke kind of and then split the army in half, but those other ones just kind of got placed in that same line. He really needed to push them out just a little bit further, kind of down in this area right here. But that is okay. Drop trying to take place over here. Ooh, a good snipe there by Ksilent. Very, very well done. Let's take a look. I think we missed how many worker kills he potentially got there. Look at that. He did get 14 worker kills in that drop that we missed. So pretty good stuff. That is definitely putting Ksilent slightly behind at this point. Units tab's going to show that he is now indeed down to 25 probes. Got to get these guys built back up. Oh my goodness, what are these guys doing? These guys need to get back to work. This one needs to be rallied right here. We do not want to rally these down to the expansion right now. Now he's got plenty of unit producing structures and just does not have the economy, so that is no fun. Ksilent having a little bit of trouble dealing with that drop, it looks like. It's kind of gotten to his head, I think, and he is just not staying on top of some things that he was doing very, very well just a moment ago. And oldcrow now in pretty decent position. He has got a fairly scary army here, gearing up for what looks to be some pretty hefty drops in just a moment. Oh, at least one. Marauders in this drop. This is, however, going to be scouted. It will come down to reaction time here by Ksilent. There's the reaction. You can see him coming right now. But Old Crow just trying to keep the pressure on right now, being as pesky as he possibly can. That is pretty stinking good play, I'd say, at this point right now. He is doing a great job keeping his opponent on his back and on his heels. Back against the wall. Command center going down. Looks like Old Crow going to be gearing up for his expansion at this location right here. Looking pretty good. And the trouble now for Ksilent is that he is going to be falling behind in the army count. Let's take a look at what we've got. He is catching up, trying to catch up in his probe count right now, which is a good thing. But, I mean, I don't know. I mean, look at all these upgrades right now for Ksilent, or for Old Crow, rather. He is really widening the gap that he created there with that last attack. We do have a robotics bay, however. That's going to be pretty nice. Some Colossus would be well done to mix into this army at this point. Is he going to get it right away? Nope. Lots and lots of lots. And taking his third as well. So Ksilent going to get his expansion up as well. Here goes the expansion from Old Crow. This is a pretty substantial army that Old Crow has. I mean, he is in great position. Economically, army-wise, upgrades-wise, he's going to be setting himself up to be very, very far ahead in this matchup here in just a moment. Engineering Bay still going. We've got armor level 1. That's almost halfway done at this point. And the Ghost Academy. Super effective at killing off... Where's the ghost? Do we have any ghosts on the field? We got 2 of them. I can't see them. Huh. We'll find them. See if we can find them. That's a Marine. There's the ghost. I see ya. There they are. We gotcha. We gotcha. You can see the little yellow circle in there. That is the ghost. Well, we're kind of in a holding pattern here for both players. We do have 1 Colossus on the field right now. Looks like it is about to be 2. And here comes a very, very long-winded drop. Look at that. He cruised all the way around this map. Going to be hitting this expansion, it looks like, and probably going to fare pretty well. Ooh, Templar Archives. That'll be good. We could see some storms here pretty soon. I think that's a great switch here for Ksilent. So, but here comes the drop. We need some good reaction time here. Get these guys out of there. Instead, they are indeed going to die. Oh. Ksilent having a little bit of trouble with this drop. I would say probably not move your whole army over there. Just pick, I don't know, call it 8 stalkers is plenty. Take 8 stalkers and just try and make it happen with 8 stalkers. Because now he's in the situation where he just got dropped at a different spot, and his opponent's going to make him run back and forth. And why would you want to run your whole army back and forth? Just take a small detachment to deal with a drop like that. So Old Crow being very, very effective here and is ever increasing this gap. Units tab showing his opponent down still at 41 probes right now. Not good enough in this matchup. He is definitely going to need more. And now there is a extremely large death ball here for our Terran player. And looks like he is going to be cruising out across the field with it. This is a nice sized army for Ksilent. It just may not be big enough, I think, is what it comes down to. And there's, I mean, +1/+1 here on our Terran player. We just have +1 armor right now for these guys. The 2 Colossus, I mean, those are going to be super helpful, but Well, 3 Colossus. I don't know. I mean, he just really, there's not much else going for him. He does have the extended thermal lance. I mean, that's going to be helpful. But Old Crow has got a maxed out army now, and he is just going for upgrades, except not at maximum pace. I would like to see him taking another expansion behind this. He's floating a lot of minerals. He might as well expand. But here he goes, moving out. Looks like he's confident that this is going to be a death blow against his opponent. Ksilent does have a maxed out army. He's got some nice DTs mixed in here. But I don't know, man. This is pretty brutal. Here come the ghosts. Missed. Forcing the scan there, not bad. Good force fields here. That's actually pretty stinking good. These Colossus are going to do a lot of damage, so very well played here by Ksilent. Except he moved him forward too far and did lose one of them. Looks like he is probably going to go for a counterattack right now. I do not blame him. This may be his big chance, I think, in this matchup. He did shorten that gap, I guess you could say, or thin it out a little bit. Look at that. Units lost is pretty even at this point. He is indeed going to be pushing out here, it looks like. And Old Crow getting himself set up defensively for this. Gonna hit this expand first. Okay, now Ksilent's really got to get control of his army here, because here comes the reinforcements from Old Crow, and here comes the battle. Oh my goodness, having his army a little bit out of position, and Ksilent going to be taking way more damage than he needs to at this point. Look at these Colossus just barely getting into the fight. Stim being used here, and Ksilent's army in a lot of trouble here. Storm's going down, but it is not going to be enough. The only thing that he's got here are these DTs, and they are about to die. Down they go. Old Crow doing a phenomenal job. Ksilent really getting caught out of position there. Had to really expect, I think, that his opponent would try and counterattack him there at that point. And so he really should have been on top of keeping his army together. And that just did not go in his favor. Old Crow now in great position yet again. Ksilent is going to be taking another expansion, but you know what? I do not know if that is going to help him as much as he thinks. He needs to get some serious units out right now on the map, or he is going to have a lot of trouble defending here in just a moment. Old Crow going to have his army maxed out again here in just a moment. So wow, wow, wow. Units tab showing, and that he has got also an extremely large, well, not extremely large, 64 is pretty good. He does have 64 SCVs, but he does also have, I mean, a couple orbital commands that he can summon those mules, so his economy is rocking and roaring. Trying to pull together an army here for Ksilent. It is just not working the way that he wants. Doesn't have the unit producing structures quite that he needs. Needs to get this one one more. Oh, he missed that one. Trying to chrono boost out these Colossus, but man, I don't know. I think a tech switch at this point would probably be better. He could probably do better if we went for some, I don't know, a bunch of Archons maybe. More charged lots. Needs to get charge. But, I mean, there's too many Vikings on the field where he can't really expect these Colossus to be super effective, especially in small numbers, which, at this point, that's pretty small numbers. One, going to be about 2 on the field. Uh-oh, we're going to have a planetary fortress here, it looks like. This drop over here going pretty well. Sniping that Nexus. Here comes another drop. Man, Old Crow just being very pesky, methodically picking his opponent apart. Doing a great job at it. Ooh, good snipe there by Ksilent. But, I mean, now he's in this position yet again where Old Crow has got a maxed out army, and he is about to be moving out across the map. 127, 129 supply now for Ksilent, and I just don't know again if this is going to be enough. He's going to need clutch force fields. He doesn't have any. Well, there you are. He's got a couple sentries. Needs some good force fielding here. Look at that. Battle cruisers and everything. Old Crow in great shape here. This is definitely going to be game, it looks like. So very, very well played there by Old Crow. There's the GG. So very well done. We'll be going into game number 2 here in just a moment. Thank you guys for coming out. Thank you guys for watching. Remember, don't alt-tab, always alt-StarCraft. We'll see you guys next time.